Hi everybody, welcome back to the Essential Fly. This week we are going to show you how to tie the CDC Pink Tag. It's a terrific fly for grayling fishing and it's one that you should have in your box this winter. Works equally as well for trout. Sit back and we hope you enjoy this tutorial. So the hook we've got in the vise is a Jig Hook. It's a size 14 and it's paired with a 3.5 silver slotted tungsten bead. The thread that we're going to be using is the Semperfli Shell Pink Classic Wax thread, and that's in 12/0. So we're just going to go ahead, secure the bead in place, and you just want to lay down some thread just enough so that that bead stays intact. And then we can come in and trim away this waste piece. And lay down a bit of thread. The tag is Semperfli's Pink Floss, and what we do here is we take a strand and we just cut it into 4 pieces so that you get a little bit more thickness. So we come in, take a loop and a pinch, pull it, tidy that bit up, and then just take, if you grab the tag end you can manipulate where this is going to lie. If you just hold it straight, and as you can see, it stays straight on the top of the hook, which is where we want it to be. Come in and just trim. Now this is personal preference. Some people like them long, some people like them short, but somewhere around there, that's good enough. The rib for this fly is just 0.1 bright silver wire, again from Semperfli. This is something that you can play about with using different colours and different size wires to determine if you want it heavier or lighter fly. So we'll come in. A good tip here to keep everything on top of the hook is just slip that into the back of the slot and it should stay on top of the fly. And then bring your thread back towards the bend, and the body we're going to be using just some pheasant tail. So I've taken between 5 and 6 fibres here, and what I like to do is trim the most fragile bit of the feather, the tip, just trim that off. Catch it in and then pull it down, and then cover all that up with your thread. Take your thread back to the bead. While you're doing this, you create a nice taper for the body, and you want to stop just before the eye so that we've got room for the CDC. Move that wire out of the way, and then we can then wrap the pheasant tail up the body, making sure there's no gaps in between, and then tie it off. Do 2 behind, 2 in front so that that's not going anywhere. Come in and trim them away, and then when we bring the wire up, if you do it in the opposite way that you wrapped the pheasant tail up, this just adds a little bit of security to the fly. Tie that off. Never cut wires with scissors. If you just keep attention on your thread and give it a wiggle, they do just pop off, and they save your scissors from getting blunt. And the next thing, we need a CDC feather. So at this point, if you take the tip and draw back the fibres, you get left with the V shape, and at this point is where we're going to tie it in. So catch that in where the V is. I like to do a couple behind and a couple in front just to make sure that's not going to slip out. And then trim away this little waste piece. And then come in with your hackle pliers, take the butt of the feather, and as you wind round, just draw the fibres back. You don't need to do too many turns, just like 1 or 2 will be enough. And then whenever you're doing any hackle work, it's always a good tip to zigzag your thread. That makes sure that you're not going to trap any fibres, and hopefully the feather does behave. Couple in front to secure it, and then come in and trim that away. Now, any of these loose fibres, just draw them back, keep tension, and draw them back. So it's like that. And then the last material for this fly is we're going to use some of the pink Semperfli eye stubbing. So come in and dub this on. Again, we don't need too much, just something to finish the fly off. And come in and just create another little hot spot. And then whip finish. I usually add just a couple of whip finishes just to make sure that it's all locked in place. And there we have it. You've got yourself a really good fish catching fly. We hope you enjoyed, and we'd love to see your pink tag jigs. Be sure to send us your fly pictures in, and if you want to see any particular fly being tied, do let us know and we'll do our best to tie it for you. Thanks for watching.